Hi, and welcome to a brand new edition of What's That Movie. I am your host, Norman McGuire, and I'm here with my lovely, talented, and green-like co-host, Kayla Marie Albert. Kayla, welcome back.
Hi.
Where did you go?
I don't know.
Okay.
Neverland.
Neverland? You never went to Neverland?
I went to Neverland.
Today's episode is not taking place in Neverland. It's taken actually in Far, Far Away. Actually, only that one's in Far, Far Away. No, all of them are, except for the first one. We're going to be talking about the Shrek series, the beloved Shrek series. You okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The first one, let's start off with the first one, where everything started. Shrek is an ogre, if you haven't figured that out already.
I'm an ogre.
Played by Mike Myers. He meets Donkey, Talking Donkey, played by Eddie Murphy. They become best friends, BFFs. And they have to go save Princess Fiona, which is voiced by Cameron Diaz. By what's his name? Prince Farquaad, right?
Yes.
He wants to marry Princess Fiona, and they go on a quest to find her. And obviously they fall in love, and all the drama that comes with that. You know, it's so. Don't you hate it when you have to go rescue somebody from a big castle from a dragon, and you fall in love with them, and you're an ogre? Don't you hate that?
Yeah, I hate that.
So much drama.
It's even better when she's an ogre, though.
They do get married at the end of the first one.
Yes.
We're gonna give a huge spoiler alert, so if you haven't seen these movies, too bad, but you should have already seen them before you watch this. The second one, basically, their married life, and they go and visit the in-laws for the very first time.
To get the father's blessings.
And very
Shrek doesn't. Right. Shrek does not want to go. Shrek is totally against this, and Fiona's like, look, you just have to get along with him. Needless to say, the father-in-law hired a killer, hitman, to get Shrek. Doesn't exactly work out the way that they want it.
Who is the hitman?
Puss in Boots.
And obviously, Puss in Boots becomes part of his entourage. And Fairy Godmother as well is in cahoots with her father, trying for Fiona to marry Prince Charming, and they get a potion to make Shrek and Fiona human. And Fiona gets tricked into thinking Prince Charming is Shrek in human form. Bunch of hoopla and shenanigans go on in that movie. And this is also the movie, if you follow Paparazzi Productions, where our first music video came from.
Yes. Holding out for a hero.
Yeah. Which I didn't know Fairy Godmother sang in the movie.
She does. She sings a alternative, I guess,
acoustically kind of version, which is weird. Have you seen have you seen this on DVD, right? The Shrek 2? Or
yes.
Have you played Far, Far Away Idol?
I have.
Who did you pick to win?
Puss in Boots.
Because some people, when you choose them, it's because Simon Cowell is one of the judges. He doesn't choose them, he just sings by himself. And I've done that so many times, which is really fun. But that was Shrek 2. Shrek the Third, which is a weird name for it, Shrek the Third, but I guess it fits. You want to talk about the third one? Because I have going with a blank moment here and I forget.
Shrek the Third, Fiona's father is dying and did die.
He's a frog. He turned into a frog at the end of the second one.
Spoiler. The father is dying, so he ends up passing away. And Shrek is supposed to be the heir to the throne and take over the kingdom. And he does not want to, so he tries to find the next heir in line if Shrek did not want it, which happened to be the nephew Arthur. They call him Artie. And
Quiz, who voices Arthur?
I don't know.
Justin Timberlake.
Oh.
You need to tell people who voices them. Anyways,
so they go and they get Artie, who happens to be, the lame kid at school who's always being made fun of.
You must love the medieval high school. That was pretty cool. So, Ewith.
Not only that, back at the kingdom while Shrek is away, Prince Charming is still alive trying to revenge his mom.
Mm-hmm.
And is trying to take it over and become their throne master, I guess.
And he, for some reason, sets up a theater with a play, which was weird. Like,
Well, he wanted to kill Shrek in front of everybody, and
Yeah.
that's how he was going to do it.
Which was smart. I'm trying to think of this movie. It's been a while since I've seen the third one. It's third one. I don't would say wasn't as good as the previous two, but it was still decent. It was kind of a weird way to. Well, I don't know if they had a fourth one planned, but it would have been a weird way to end the entire series. Was with that one.
Right.
But it's still a good movie. And the fourth one. What's this one called?
Shrek Forever After.
Forever After, the final chapter. Shrek meets. Who is it?
Rumpelstiltskin.
Something like that. And signs a day of his life to something. What's the trade?
He doesn't want to. He wants it basically as it was, alone, without the kids or the wife.
For one day or something like that.
For one day.
And he has to give a day of his life to
Rumpelstiltskin, who happens to try to take over the kingdom, and everything is completely different.
Mm-hmm.
And Shrek has a short amount of time before he disappears, and all of his family disappears to set things right.
Isn't it midnight? Was it?
Yeah.
Or sunrise or something like that? The day that Rumpelstiltskin took was the day Shrek was born, hence all this hectic stuff going on. He has to have Fiona fall in love with him again. A bunch of other stuff he has to do before he does disappear. Obviously, you can't have him disappear and have that end the series. That would be horrible. He obviously does.
Spoiler.
Yeah, another spoiler. Again, you should see these before you see this movie. Anyways, they do fall in love. He does go back to the day he wished was never there, or the day he disappeared, I should say. And everyone lives happily ever after. I do like in this movie, in the beginning, the little annoying kid with the lollipop. Do the roar. He was pretty funny. I was amused by that kid. Do the roar. That's the Shrek series. Now, this was probably one of the most beloved animated movies in quite a while, I would say.
I'm going to be sad to see it end. I hope they do make more, and they made Puss in Boots. I'm sure they're going to make a donkey. I'm sure they're going to go through a lot of the fairy tales, but still, I'm going to miss it. Yes, the first one started it all, and I guess they have to end somewhere, but
they did it smart. They ended it before it got bad.
Yeah.
Because you see a lot of franchises now that go so many and people don't care about it when it finally ends. Now they done 4 movies and people still care about this movie, so when it ended people were saddened and all that stuff. But obviously, like you said, Puss in Boots has its own movie. I don't see another Shrek movie taking place.
No, that's why I think they'll go behind the scenes or behind.
I wouldn't be surprised if they appear in a Puss in Boots movie or something like that. But I don't think we're ever gonna see a namesake movie of Shrek anymore, because honestly, there's probably not much left they could have done with this.
The most they could really do is wait a couple years and do when the kids grow up.
Yeah.
They have triplets, so I guess they can always wait until they grow up and start going with the triplets.
Because if they continue with this, because they stuck with fairy tale the entire time. Who was the fairy tale one in this? There wasn't really a fairy tale one, was there? In the first one.
Well, they had all the creatures.
Right, okay. The second one had fairy godmother. I guess you could say that was the evil, because it's always the evil. The antagonist is always an evil fairy tale creature of infamy. Third one was
Prince Charming.
And the fourth one was Rumpelstiltskin. So there's really not many characters you probably could have put in that role.
No.
There was supposed to be a 5th one, back after one of these 2 were made. They were planning on going up to 5, but for some reason they stopped at 4. But I think the 4 is a good number to stop at.
Yeah.
I guess a trilogy would have made more sense to stay at, but why not have a final chapter?
Nope, definitely recommended for
Anyway,
all ages, really.
Yeah, we're 19 years old and we still enjoy these movies. Actually, we're going to be watching the 4th one right after we stop filming, so if you want to come watch, come on over. Text us. We're not giving you your number, but you can text us. Friend us, maybe send us a friend request. No, probably won't.
Make sure to check out our website, our Facebook, Twitter, all of that stuff.
All that good stuff. Everything's
Down below in the box.
Yep.
Make sure to check out both Norman and I's Facebook, YouTube,
Twitter.
Twitter, all of that stuff.
All that good stuff. Next time on this very table, we're going to be going back to our evil side. We're going to be talking about worst actors.
Ever.
And we don't have specific ones, like we're not going to be specifically talking about one or two. We're going to probably have a list of people coming on top of our heads, but we do have probably one that's going to be talked about.
Yeah.
She's a fan of Twilight. Speaking of that, let's talk real quick before we leave. Have you heard about the Kristen Stewart scandal?
Yes, I have.
The one with the affair and all that stuff?
Yep.
You surprised by that?
No, not really. I'm surprised that somebody would do her.
How do you think Robert's taking it? Do you think
he went on a date out with Katy Perry, so... Which, hey, thumbs up, Rob. You're doing better than what you were.
Do you think they'll stay together?
Rob and Kristen? No. No.
Well, if they do another Twilight movie, they kind of have to. Or at least work together.
They'll work together. They won't live together. After the Twilight things are over, I'm sure they'll just stop.
They never officially announced they were dating either, until the scandal came out. Kristen said something about, I love him. And then up until then, they weren't dating. Just like Beyonce and Jay-Z. They never acknowledged they were married. What's up with these people?
I don't know.
God, should we announce we're married too?
No.
No, not yet?
No.
Maybe next episode?
Maybe.
Okay. Okay, you didn't hear that. If you've seen Men in Black and that thing that makes people forget their memory or whatever.
Pen?
Yeah, that pen thing. If I had that, I would flash it right now because you did not hear that me and Kayla are secretly married. Anyways, until next time, America, this has been Norman.
And I'm Kayla Marie.
I'm glad you didn't say your last name since you don't have Albert as your last name anymore. Anyways, until next time, America, I already said this part. Bye.
See ya.
What was that?